Hello there. Today, I wanted to share some Valentine's Day reflections with you. Valentine's Day is tomorrow. And before I go there, I'm Shauna White, Heartfelt Intimacy Coach, helping people to enter a flow state in their relationship so that they can experience deep, heartfelt connection and intimacy at higher levels than ever thought possible before. And that actually happened for me. That has something to do with my reflections about Valentine's Day. So I think that the one of the most important values that Valentine's Day can have for us, whether we are in a relationship or not in a relationship, is actually as a point of contrast for us to reflect on how we feel about ourselves in relationship to love, how we feel about our relationship now as compared with what we would like it to be. Just to take a moment, I posted asking people what they're planning to do for Valentine's Day in a few different places online, and there were all different kinds of answers. But some of the answers were, my husband doesn't ever want to do anything, so I'm going to be doing nothing for Valentine's Day. And there was a little bit of a tone of disappointment, right? And I can understand that. I certainly felt that myself. But there's an opportunity there, rather than to just keep carrying on, there's an opportunity to say, okay, my relationship is not where I would like it to be. And what is causing that? And what can I do about it? Right? So there's an opportunity there. Similarly, if you're not in a relationship, but when you think about Valentine's Day, because it's coming around tomorrow, how do you feel when you think about it? If you don't feel anything, that's great. If you feel something, what are you feeling? So there's an opportunity for self-discovery and for an experience of contrast between what you are experiencing now and what you want. And it's really valuable to spend some time and notice what's the difference between what you're experiencing and what you want. And then what are the steps that you can take to move closer to what you want. I am noticing this year, well, I'll tell you, in the past, Valentine's Day was a mirror for me about how I was not manifesting the experience of love in my life that I wanted to. There were so many years that Valentine's Day came and went, and I was between relationships. Or there were other times when I was in a relationship, but our communication was not ship shape, happened to be right around the time of Valentine's Day. So whatever was going on, nothing happened. I think I had an on and off relationship for quite a while, and I think it tended to be off right around Valentine's Day. So, Valentine's Day was like an icon of mild disappointment for me for many years. And I kind of outgrew the impact of holidays, or, things on the calendar. Like Christmas used to be all about a big shebang, to do. A big shadoo, it's a new word, where we would have a whole ritual of like what we did with stockings and presents and all day long and this thing and the other thing. And I grew up, and then it was more like lots of presents and a dinner and whatever. But it's changed over time to become more and more of an inner experience, actually, and less about the ritual. So my relationship with all holidays has changed that way. It's more about the inner experience and less about the ritual. That's also true with Valentine's Day. But I now have a relationship. It's a long distance relationship with someone who I really deeply adore, and the feelings are mutual. We've been together for a while. And this year is the first time that Valentine's Day, when I look at Valentine's Day like a mirror and what is it reflecting back to me, This time, what it's reflecting back to me is how much love and connection I feel with this man on a regular basis, because Valentine's Day feels like like this superfluous extra thing, extra external thing, like the feelings that I would want to feel on Valentine's Day to celebrate my connection with a special romantic person in my life, I'm already feeling on a regular basis with him. So that's a beautiful thing to discover in the mirror that Valentine's Day presents and offers. So I invite you to, if you want to, consider what are the feelings that Valentine's Day brings up for you in the lens of that it's a mirror and what is it telling you about what you want. And then what would you like to do about what you want if what you want is different than what you're experiencing now? And the other comment I would like to make, if you are in a relationship with a person with Valentine's Day, then one of the traps that people, this is just a little survival tip for Valentine's Day, to have the best Valentine's Day that you can. One of the traps that people fall into frequently with holidays of any kind, and particularly Valentine's Day, is the idea that it's got to look a certain way. We're going to celebrate it this way, and we're planning out how we want it to go, and it's got to look that way, and otherwise it's going to be disappointing. So what ends up happening is there's extra pressure of expectations or desires of how we want it to be that elevates the stakes, and that can get us off balance with how we connect with our partner, and it can end up resulting in disappointment or failure to connect, because even if you manage to get through the whole plan doing what you wanted to do, you could still end up slipping into less intimacy than is possible because of weighted focus on the ritual rather than the energetic experience. So if you let the ritual, like sketch out the ritual, what you're going to do, going to go to dinner, then you're going to come home, whatever you're going to do, candlelight, whatever, sketch that all out, and then like let it go. Let it be like not the most important thing. Like the most important thing is being in the unknown, actually. That's what's so crazy. Like intimacy comes out of the unknown when we are a blank slate and we're just feeling ourselves and feeling our partner honestly and being authentic. And when we make a plan for something, that can derail our groove in the unknown. We could be, because we're getting focused on the known, the planned, the decided. So that's my number one survival tip for all holidays, and particularly Valentine's Day, is bring as much of the softness of being in the unknown as you can into your experience of being with your partner. And even if you're having a night of self-care for yourself, that's an excellent ingredient. As much of the unknown, because that's where intimacy is, where ideas are not getting in the way of our ability to feel ourselves and our partner energetically. So with that, I hope you have a very happy Valentine's Day, and I will talk to you soon.